Oh shit!
It's like a whole bunch
I think
of
you're one of the guys
sorry,
that
Miss Jackson.
I think you're one of the guys that has the most diverse shirt collection I've ever seen. I used to make fun of your Golden Girl shirt. Remember?
Yep, day in there.
What did I say about those shirts?
You just had some trauma associated with the Golden Girls. I love Golden Girls.
I think I seen a Smurf shirt. I think I've seen everything.
Don't ask me to do anything.
I got smoke.
I'm adjusting.
Oh, okay, I got you. So, like, I'm just gonna hope the camera's running.
Nope, not doing it.
No, I got it. It's
Don't
running.
fling the fucking incest over there.
But yeah, that was like, I don't know. I felt like I had to be the t-shirt guy. Like that was and like now
And the shoe guy. And socks.
No, socks now. I like, but see, like, okay, now this is the problem with being flamboyant. I don't do it for y'all. I don't do it for nobody else. It's just me.
Remember?
I'm happy when I can see my socks. Like, it makes me happy.
I don't know if you remember, one time I had a fighter named Adam Palma.
I remember Palma.
And I took him to a tournament and he had $200. And I don't know, they went to the store and they came back and I go, he bought $200 worth of socks.
What?
Like the socks that he likes. You don't remember? You defended him when I was yelling at him.
Okay.
The ones where it cost like $20 for one pair?
Yeah, he bought like 10 or whatever. How many pairs he bought?
Oh, like the socks I wear now?
I get the pictures on sale.
Remember the gay ass socks I used to wear?
Oh, you still do?
No. The ankle socks.
Oh, that's what I'm wearing right now.
I'm wearing regular.
But then I switched to when I matured, put on big boy socks. And I love my socks. My shoes, I kind of brought that down a little bit.
That's why you and Lamar get along, huh?
That's why there's always a reason I get along with everybody.
The motherfucking sock game.
Yep. Yeah. I got him a pair of socks. And Nick be coming up to me with he's like, all right, yeah, he would come up to me and be like, I got my let's see who's got the best socks on. Sometimes I gotta let him think he has the best socks on. But
hell no.
Since his socks hold children's feet, he'll never have socks on better than me.
Yeah, I have I like Stance. Sponsor me, Stance.
Yeah, Stances, they make cool socks. I like nice cotton elastic socks. I saw somebody wearing just white tube socks.
Me.
Was that you?
Probably.
No, it was a guy.
No, I like wearing fresh white fucking socks sometimes. Crew.
No,
yeah.
I don't even understand it. Like,
what you know about socks, Don?
My sock game sucks now.
Back in the day, though,
it was on point.
Sock check.
like I had them all the way to my knee, dog.
Yeah, white ones, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, was it the ones that didn't have the heel? It was just straight sock.
Straight sock.
Yeah,
dog. You couldn't tell if it was backwards or forward.
Yeah.
You wear them all the same size.
Two socks.
I did not understand that game. Put some stripes on them or something.
Charlie Holmes.
You guys, and here's another pet peeve of mine. Like, I've just endless pet peeves. People who will wear and they do it at the gym. People have on boxing boots, Adidas, and then Nike socks.
Oh yeah, that was a pet peeve of mine too. But now I do it. I wear the Nike hat and the Adidas shoes and pants. I know it's blasphemous. I agree. But now I got to go buy an Adidas hat.
How does your brain? Okay, this is the question I always have when I see it happen. I'm like, how does your brain let you do that? Like, I could not leave my house.
I said, fuck it. Remember we was talking about earlier, like, stop caring about shit that don't fucking matter? That.
Okay, let's put that in the category of shit that matters a little bit.
I used to care a lot about that.
You just said, who cares what you have your socks so for you.
I know. I just, like I said, rule of the world one day.
Hey, sorry, dog. I know I'm right here, but I look at the podcast and I don't like when I'm facing this way. I like facing this way.
Okay, yeah, then face.
So sorry, I know I'm all up on your shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good, dog.
It's all about the profile.
Yeah, it's
profile.
There you go. But we don't even know if we're recording, but video.
Maggie doesn't want to check.
I'm not checking. It's not gonna be me.
This just might be audio. Shout out to Lance, who just likes looking at us.
Hey, somebody told me in a message, can you turn off those incest? And I said, why? They said the smoke sucks when it's in your face and they can't see it.
Who's watching that intently?
I don't know. People,
it's
more than one person told me about the incest. I said, I know, I love how it smells.
Because
I was about to say, can they smell it?
Yes, it is a great.
It reminds me of my childhood.
It reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah.
It just gives me, kind of helps me relax right now.
There was a store in National City called Dream Crystal where they sold weed and stuff like that. Yeah. Not weed, but pipes and shit like that.
Shit to smoke weed?
Yeah, posters and shit. And every time we walked in, it smelled like this.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, they weren't selling weed, but they were selling everything for weed. Like
yeah,
pipes.
they weren't selling weed.
Yeah, they were selling legally selling weed, but they were selling.
Dude, I remember in those places, especially in OB, I think it was called the Black. Like you would go in and you could not say bong in there if you had to say water pipe. Yep, otherwise you get kicked the fuck out. You can buy no bong.
You were a cop.
Yeah.
Yep. Yo, why did I had an incident with a person on the street. I swear Sunday was like the worst day for me to be in public. I told myself, I understood people who just don't go out and just fuck with people.
That's me sometimes.
It was just hard. I saw the lady with the dog and the baby Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn.
And hey, listeners, and none of our listeners do this, so I'm going to give you a message to pass on to the people that you see do this. Once you start carrying around a dog, you've utterly rendered that dog useless as a being. Okay? It has zero function other than your emotions, which, think about it. Would you put your emotional responsibility on a fucking child? Then why are you doing it to an animal?
So we shouldn't carry babies anymore?
Stop. No, we carry babies until they learn to walk.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the thing. Dogs, people just like carrying them.
I'm just trying to know.
It's not the dog's fault.
I know. That's why I'm talking. I'm not talking to the dog. I'm talking to the people to talk to the people.
But those people don't give a fuck what you say.
Yeah, they will one day because I'm being charged. I was on the elevator with this lady and she's just coddling and it's like flights and I was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable because she got on the elevator. She's holding her dog. But then the whole trip down, she was just like, and I just wanted to be
I want to be that dog.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to be a dog. I didn't want to be the guy who couldn't give her children. I didn't want to be lady, go see somebody.
See, but that's the difference between me and you. When I see that, I'll be like, you all right, man?
I wish I had said that.
I would say something like that. Like, you okay? Why are you kissing that dog so much?
Why you it just went. I guess to me, I'm just like, I
just stay quiet.
Because the voices in my head, I'm like, I can't take, because I was uncomfortable.
I kiss my dog.
And usually I let people off the elevator first.
But you kiss your dog, but I'm sure you don't do it in public.
Hell no. She don't even go in public.
Yeah. See, that's a good, healthy dog owner.
I just walk her.
A dog a person who knows how to say, hey, I'll be back to their dog.
Walks her. She don't carry her in a pouch.
Yeah, I walk her.
She
has to. She needs to lose weight.
The dogs need the exercise.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm done. Oh, no. That's why I started talking. So this guy, I was in the parking lot and I opened my door a little bit too wide on his car next to me, on the car next to me. And I didn't know, the windows were mad tinted. So I didn't know that somebody was in there, but I checked and then I hear and I look, I'm see a silhouette. It's like, oh man, I'm sorry. And then I just hear, you ain't have to hit my car. In my head, I'm like, no, I didn't have to, but I did. So there's no mark. I'm going to come check. So he gets out of the car and this guy everything about this guy just screams undercover cop. He's just, does it.
Yeah.
So, he looks at his door and he points at a ding and I already saw that ding and I said, nah, and opened my door and showed him my door. I couldn't touch that. And he goes, oh, okay. And then he just does like this, does a fist, puts up just like that. And I was like, and I walked away. But that whole moment just seemed like a
weird,
not weird. Oh, universe. This is because I wanted to go, all right, have a good day, officer. I wanted to say that. But I was like, I overthought it and missed it because I was like, what if he is a cop and he's not one of the good ones and I just blew his cover?
Gives a fuck.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't like people. I don't like people. There are people who I like.
Very few.
Yeah, but just the ones out in the street running around smooching dogs.
Let my smoke do his job, dog.
This is mine.
Ooh, Vortex.
I can do. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about something. I just realized we're doing a podcast right now. We're chilling. We're like three chilling. And everybody. So I want to talk about hockey fights. I saw a couple this weekend. And not because I was watching hockey games. I saw a clip of a hockey game.
People watch hockey?
Yeah, I know, right?
Apparently.
And honestly, I think hockey might be the last real sport that is not being ruined by
pussiness.
Yes. The basketball NBA All-Star game, freaking almost collective 400 points. Nobody's playing defense. Football Pro Bowl game has turned to flag football.
Soccer, we can't even.
I don't know how to criticize soccer
because it's bad.
Is it soccer
Yeah,
bad?
A lot of flopping.
Well, yep.
And it's okay. They don't get fined for it. It's retarded.
That's an option?
I just use that word. Oops, sorry.
Nah,
sorry,
things are retarded. That's fine.
Yeah.
This is the Between the Bellz podcast is where some things can be retarded. We're not going to apologize.
Okay, I don't apologize.
So with the hockey fighting, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a hockey fight, but once it's like they put the dukes up, everybody gets the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of when they fall, that's when people are like, all right, let's get on them now. Why can't every sport be like that?
Just let them duke it out.
Let them duke it out.
I think school should be like that.
I think it's behind sponsors.
Wait, you say school should be like that?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, we're gonna address that in a minute. Okay, right now we're gonna stay on hockey, but we're gonna go over to that. That's a whole nother topic. You think sponsors?
I think it has to do with sponsors. Yeah, like the sponsors that you get. NFL sponsored and MLB. MLB they don't allow it, but nobody allows it like football, like hockey.
There's a bunch of unwritten rules in baseball.
Yeah,
but
peg a guy, you can hit the guy, all that shit.
It's taken away from it. Like I've heard some managers, because the manager will be like, give you the sign to peg the guy. If something, they don't do that anymore, because if something bad happens to that guy, it's legal repercussions. It's like you put a hit out on somebody. So it's like you can't do that anymore. I just think that fighting, and I think we're going to go to Magz now. I think that fighting is a solution at points.
Yes.
Right?
That's why I said that, because, I was working with middle schoolers in like after school program, and a lot of the times, most of the staff are like females. So, they get like scared for everything, but, not like in a bad way, but like, when you're dealing with like little hormonal boys and like, it's like that's something you haven't seen in a long time. Anyway, that's beside the point. But the kids, they'll get riled up like, what are you gonna do, motherfucker? La la. And a lot of times it's just all bark. They're not actually gonna do anything. So I would have liked to just let them fight. Let them fight. And I bet you it's only gonna last for like 30 seconds because they're gonna get fucking tired, and then they'll be all right afterward. It's fine.
And it's the that pecking order thing. Like animal kingdoms all have that established pecking order because they fight.
Yeah.
And if you lose the fight, you're going over there. Like I love watching the nature shows where if this giraffe loses his fight, it has to go to the desert by itself. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of shit on the line right there. Yeah. But if he wins, he gets all the women.
Yeah.
Like that's.
But they'll get it out of their system. I remember you told a story, right? When I think you've told it on the podcast, right?
Beeman and Giannis.
Yeah. They're like, okay, let's go. Let's see if you're really about it. And a lot of times they're not even going to do it.
They were best friends after that.
No. Okay. Now I hear you. I'm listening and I understand, but here's my concern. I don't think anybody knows how to lose a fight anymore without extreme retaliation.
You mean like they get butthurt for losing a fight?
And then they have to come back today with Uncle Jethro's gun.
It's a little different because nowadays when kids fight in the park, wherever they decide to fight at in the street, there's usually kids recording it and it gets posted.
Yeah.
True.
And it's not like usually an ass beating was like, I didn't lose, dog. I beat his ass. And it was like nobody really knew who won between them two guys, Because who's the judge for a fight? The guy who gives up, you know what I mean? That's how you know usually who wins a street fight. But now everything's documented and recorded, So it's the anger, whatever, come back and fucking bring their uncles and cousins or fucking just take a gun to school.
Yep.
And I think that hockey has the magic solution for it. It's just like, hey, let them fall till they fall.
Like Maggie, she was the representative for the school district.
I'm glad that fight. Maggie had to answer to somebody.
There's a movie called The Fight Club. Remember seen The Fight Club?
Yeah, with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, there's people just sign up to fight.
Yeah, just give them 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and it's not even going to last that much.
That movie, I've seen that movie so many times. That movie's awesome. Would you, if there was like a fight club that somebody didn't talk about, because rule number 1, don't talk about Fight Club.
Oh, sorry.
2, don't talk a fight club.
Yeah.
But like, you're like, hey, man, how you getting so fit? Because I can't talk about it. But come with me Tuesday night. Would you go to a fight club?
No, because I fight every day.
True. Yes, we do have our own kind of little fight club.
Yeah, we have a fight club. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We have a controlled fight club.
I think everybody should
I think in evolution, we need to know 3 things: is reproducing, surviving, eating, and fighting. That's how you're gonna reproduce, and that's
the nicest way. That's the nicest way he's ever said it.
In the chain of evolution, like we let these soft guys keep reproducing, and that's why we have soft culture nowadays. But back in the days, everybody was tough and hard.
It's weird, like, because I think back about, like, oh, that coach wouldn't let me feel feelings, and I'm that's part of my trauma now. So but then a part of me is like, oh, I'm so glad I don't feel feelings. So it's a double-edged sword. Like but the soft guys running. What's the last soft thing I heard? I can't remember, but there was something in society where I was like, oh, you guys suck. It's election season.
I think, I don't know who I don't know if it was you guys or somebody else sent me I'm not gonna look through it on my phone about a message about this girl who's like very beautiful, who has 3 kids, 3 boys, and they're all transgender.
Hell no, that wasn't me.
I don't want to go through it. But there were like one boy's 12, one boy's 6, and one boy's like 8.
Damn, for real?
They're all considered.
Dude, that's just a trip, huh?
Yeah.
I remember in middle school there was a family, and it was like a brother and 2 sisters, and the 2 girls was gay and so was the boy. All of them were gay. I was like, what happened, bro?
I think I had like 5 gay cousins. It's like sometimes there's like a little cluster. Like, I don't know. Gay cluster, I guess.
Is it?
I don't know
never mind. I'm not going to touch that.
No, but what are you going to say? Is it the parents?
No, I was going to say, because we used to have this debate all the time, and the homies, is it a learned habit or are you born with it?
Oh, that's a good one. It's like nature versus nurture. You know what I mean? Were you born that way, or did you pick it up from somewhere? Did something happen along the way that made that happen? But I think there's some people, right? Like from the get go, like little kids, you're like,
you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell. And there's some that like you find out later, you're like, damn, When
I was in college, I thought about it. Like, I was just like, all right.
You thought about being gay?
Yeah. Just like, I was just like.
You can't make the gay jokes no more talk.
I thought, I didn't think about
my last podcast. Love you guys. Peace in the Middle East.
See what happens when you share? You share with people? No, but I just thought.
Hit this.
And then I was like,
put the slow jam back on.
I don't find men attractive. Like, that was where.
So you just like, what do you think sprouted those thoughts? Like, were you like, maybe?
I knew you were fucking gay when I.
What do you think? What do you think it was?
No, it was just like,
you couldn't have hairy legs on top of you or what?
No, it's just like, I just thought about the lifestyle. Like, I was open-minded. It was like one of those rare moments in my young, immature life where I was just like completely open-minded.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, well, is this, am I gay? Not am I gay? You guys see how hard?
No, I want to know. I want to try to understand.
Like, it wasn't,
am I about gay? Me. It doesn't matter.
It was.
You painted your nails last time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's not a gay thing. That's just
not at all.
That's a war. I'm a warrior when I paint my nails.
I could tell.
All right. But I just thought, I was like, hey, okay, what's this gay thing? It's like 2 dudes being together.
Did you like crave dick or no?
No.
No, sure.
I said, hey, dick's an option. Like, yeah, but I don't like it. Like, that's pretty much how the conversation went in my head. It's like, yeah, but I don't like it. And it's like, all right, let's move on.
How do you know you didn't like it if you didn't try it?
It's like, it's just some things you just know. Some things you just know. You just like, you don't need to try it.
I fucking loved it. That's what you've been missing your whole life.
I will die unhappy. Because as far as
you see where I'm leaning at right now? I'm secure. I'm just fucking around. All our gay listeners, I'm sorry.
I have a lot of friends that are gay.
No, those are.
I have a gay cousin.
Isn't that wrong? I got a couple of them.
Like we're in Black History Month. I got to sit there and smile when people make Black History jokes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
I have a lasso at the gym, and I'm always lassoing people. I lasso mostly. My little boy Liam. I always lasso people messing around. I don't even pull the rope.
And he's good at it. He's like,
I've been cowboying all my life.
Yep.
So I lasso Adam. He goes, you cannot lasso a black man in Black History Month. I'm like, oh.
It was some roots, Kunta Kinte, my name is Toby shit. Because it's just like I was walking away. He actually did it twice. But I was walking away and the lasso came over my neck. And I was like, no. Like, just had that trauma in my DNA.
You got lassoed.
And then I said what I said. And then when I was walking away, again, he went the other route, got one of my ankles. I was like, okay, that one.
Tell me about it.
Tell
me about it.
Oh, does he fuck with you?
Oh,
Why are you making fun of our Italian audience?
Because I lassoed her last time she stuck her foot out.
Like this.
And I lassoed it, and then she put her foot down, and I pulled it. And her chair, she's in that corner. The chair, I felt so bad, bro.
He yanked that shit. And
I yanked it. The chair came out.
I knew. I was like, what the fuck? I'm on the floor, bro.
She almost hit her head on the steps, you know? I felt bad, bro. I got her up quick, like, my bad, dog.
Oh,
it was funny.
One other thing I want to point out about hockey fights. They don't take off the helmets.
Nah, but they take off the gloves.
They punch off the helmets. Yeah. Okay, so like,
but you gotta remember, it's not like the whole face guard. It's just like just this. You know, this is open.
Yeah, but you got a bare fist, so you throw off the gloves. You just start bow because you'll grab a shoulder, just start bow.
How many minorities play hockey?
Probably a few. Now
you can Google that, and they probably say like 4.
How you want to? How many Mexicans? How many?
How many minority blacks? Whatever you want to put.
Nah, put black. Put black. See what happens again. Like. Oh, I was watching, bro. I was telling you, right? Like, meanwhile, he finds that. I was watching that show, like, about the Cowboys. I don't remember what the show is called, but it had that Brazilian dude who's like a champ, Jose,
Alves.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And there is a black dude who's a bull rider, and I was like, holy shit! Like, I was like doing something on the phone, and I was disregarding everything, and then I look up, and I was like. That's not what I thought I was gonna see. I was like, holy shit, like he lives for that shit. You know what I mean? But like he is so in the lifestyle that like it just looks strange because you don't see it often. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
It's like economics, you know, like the black guys been around cowboying. They've been cowboying up all their life.
Yeah.
They just didn't have the resources to have their own ranch. Like the other day, Cisco, he showed me this thing on, I don't know what, network, but it was the Last American Cowboys where they do these competitions. They bring in all these guys, right? Every culture in the United States. And at the end, it's this white girl who her family owns like a 30,000 acre ranch. That ranch has been in their family for 200 years. And then the finale is a Mexican dude who his family's worked for every ranch. And he was way better than her in cowboying and everything. It was just them two at the end. He wanted his own ranch to have a legacy for his grandchildren.
Yeah.
And when they announced the winner, it's the girl.
Oh.
I'm like, that bitch already has a ranch.
That's foul.
Yeah, like, why the fuck would she win? Like, she's already
ranch, bitch.
Yeah. The kids can have a beaner winning the Last American Cowboy.
That's crazy, bro.
How many?
What? 34.
34?
Hey, that's 30 that's plus what I can get.
That's a whole team.
For real.
The Harlem Globetrotters out there, though.
34 black guys in the NHL?
It's like 97% belonging to white, 97%. And then the 3% consists of players from various ethnic backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Among the diverse group, there are currently 34 black players, active black players. And that does...
African?
No, 34 active.
Oh, I was like, where the fuck are they playing hockey in Africa?
Probably on the bench.
So, but no,
I once heard a comedian, what comedian it was. He was talking about the black guy playing hockey. He would be running around with no puck. Not a puck. What's that? A stick. He'd be just looking for fights, though.
Is that's
the black comedian said that, not me.
This is Black History Month. I'm not laughing at that.
We're still on it?
Hey, dude. Okay, so, I have to find it. But I did see a fucking real Morgan Freeman not liking Black History Month.
Yeah, he was talking to 60 Minutes. I know what you're talking about. Yes. He was talking to 60 Minutes back in the early 2000s, late 90s. And he makes a point.
Yeah.
The problem with it, and yes, that viewpoint that Black History Month is not good, is problematic. I used to share that viewpoint.
Yeah.
But now I don't. Because so much of our history has been buried.
Yeah.
And or twisted or just, stuff like that. And I think that Black History Month is really good. I heard Amber Ruffin, she's a talk show host, comedian. She said they need a White History Month so white people learn the shit that they really did.
That's a good idea.
Well, that's what he asked. He's like, well, how many, like, what are you? Like, Jewish? Like, do you have a Jewish History Month? He's like, no.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no white people History Month. Like, what the fuck?
Hispanics have Heritage Month, but it's 2 months split.
Yeah. And I think Black history is very important because that's where people get their kind of fervor for the now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I have a legacy of people who have overcome, and black people are such robbed. Like I told you, how many times have I said, man, I really admire the Mexican culture because you guys just got the previous generation before you behind you to pull from. Every time we get like so many past generations, now they're just giving us rappers and athletes. Like I passed a mural, and it was like the black representation in the mural was Kobe Bryant and Nipsey Hussle, and I was like, yeah. And the Mexican, it was like then it was like with Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I don't even know who that is.
Really?
No.
Oh,
sorry.
She was the giant in the Supreme Court lady.
No idea.
She
but that
literally
just,
like thought it was her responsibility. She passed a couple years ago. She thought it was, and she was like in her late 90s.
What'd you say her name was?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
No, I know who Kobe Bryant is.
I know Sotomayor is. She's in the,
and she was another. Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. So you had these two Supreme Court justices, and then you had Kobe Bryant and Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, okay, can we have better representation? Because I've done this to this podcast before where I was just like, this is a problem with the white man, but I'm not going to do it on this episode.
Let's talk about another white man then, Canelo.
Technically, he's white.
Is he?
The white beaner.
I was very surprised when I heard him be Mexican.
Why? Is a lot of because you never been.
He looks Irish.
There's Mexicans that look like you.
Yeah, no, and there's Mexicans. I remember I met a Mexican kid who he came from Chihuahua, I think it was, to our school as like one of those transfer kids or whatever the fuck you call it. And he was white, blonde, blue eyes, didn't speak a lick of English, bro.
When I got to Hampton University, I had this very, very similar situation. Hampton's a historically black college university. There was a kid. His name was Kwame Brown. Okay. Mm-hmm. He looked exactly like the Fonz. His mom was black. His dad was white. He came out on his white side hard. But he's got the name Kwame Brown. And I was like, what is going on? So, yeah, people.
You know who's black, too? That nobody, Stephen Barry at the gym. His mom's black. And
Stephen Barry.
Yeah, he plays. He's a musician. He boxed for me years ago. You know him. You sparred him before.
Oh, Barry?
Yeah, Barry. You call him Barry.
Oh, Barry?
Yeah.
Barry's black?
Barry's black. His mom is black.
What?
No, but this is all real shit. Like, man.
That's crazy. Stephen I thought he was Barry, Mexican, dog.
No,
I thought he was Mexican.
His dad is white and his mom is black.
This whole time I thought he was Mexican.
She has a bakery.
There's
bakery.
I thought he was white.
I thought he was Mexican.
His name was Barry. And I would always joke with him. I called him Barry when I just joked with him last week. Yeah. Like, Barry White. Because he's white. His name's Barry. But now I'm just racist again. But this isn't the first time, because you guys know I've like misraced everybody at the gym.
What's the guy? He says his name?
Who?
Kwame. What's the guy's name?
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown. Yeah. Stephen Barry.
Yeah. I've misraced everybody at the gym. Nigel, what's up, my man? Remember I thought he was Mexican?
Nigel?
Yep.
Fennell?
Yep.
Nigel.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Nacho. You think he was Mexican?
Well, I just got through watching Narcos where they called the only black person in that thing Blackie. Okay. So then I saw that. Okay. That's just, I'm telling you how it happened.
Narcos, which one? Colombia?
The first one, the good one.
Yeah, I don't watch that shit. That's weak to me.
And then Nigel posted a picture while he was in Mexico.
Yeah.
So I just assumed he was Mexican. And then
that's hilarious.
Okay, that's fine.
We also called him Nacho too.
Austin Brooks.
What do you think he was?
Mexican.
Well, I mean,
I guess. Yeah. There's some Mexicans that look like him.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we had this dude nicknamed Juice. What's up, man? His name is Justin. I called him Juice because I give everybody nicknames. And he was at my house for Thanksgiving, and we're all chilling.
Oh, the Puerto Rican.
Yeah. So he drops an N-bomb, and I was just like, dude, no. He goes, what? I'm half black. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, I'm half Puerto Rican, half black.
What'd you do when he said that?
I was like, no, I didn't do that.
Oh, you leave me hanging?
Oh, no, you asked. It was.
I thought you did it.
All right. But I was like, really? He's like, yeah. It's like, whichever one of his parents. I was like, oh, all right, fine.
That must be weird, bro. Like trying to confirm their blackness.
I can't, right? You can't really ask for papers anymore.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Because they'd be like, my great grandma was black, dog. Like, okay.
No, that doesn't count. Yeah.
Like, count no more?
Because that goes, you're dipping in slavery and the Thomas Jefferson effect. Shit. So, no? It has to be like one of two of your immediate parents.
Gotcha.
He just wrote it down.
No. I crossed out something else.
So now what's in the?
I don't know. Canelo. I don't know. I mean, Maggie, elaborate on it. You know more than we do.
Do I? It looks like he's no longer at PBC. So that fight on May 4th is not more than likely not going to be with Benavidez, right? Because
he doesn't want. He didn't want to fight Benavidez.
Well, that's the story, right? That's the narrative that he didn't want to fight.
I heard he ducked $50 million.
Well, Allegedly, right?
Okay, that's I heard.
But yeah, it looks like that's not gonna happen. It looks like he's probably gonna go back to Eddie Hearn and more than likely gonna fight Munguia or Berlanga. But it looks like it's gonna be Munguia before Berlanga. Berlanga just fought like last week, so I don't think that would be feasible for him. Or you know what I mean? Like that's a fight that he really, really needs to prepare for. And I see Munguia just in a better position to fight him. And I think that's way more realistic. So it looks like that's what it might be on May 4th. It sounds like he really wants to fight on May 4th. So if that were to fight happen, I think the realistic outcome of that is Munguia Canelo. Other than that, if he fights anybody else, man, I don't know. I think Munguia's a good fight. It's a good fight. Do I think?
Is he ever gonna? Okay, this is where I've learned to say, wait, is this weight? Are they in the same weight class? Crawford.
No, but Crawford did want to move up.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
And Crawford is a free agent as well. He no longer is with PBC. He had that one fight deal and the rematch has expired. So he's out there too. So who knows?
Is it better for a boxer to fight as a free agent?
Depends, right? Where they're at in their career.
If you're at that platform, hell yeah. It depends what level you're at. Like if you're scrapping for fights, hell no. You want to belong to a promotion company. Yeah. But if you build your stock up so high, you can do whatever the hell you want. Canelo can leave any company he wants and go fight for himself.
Yeah. Who does Garcia fight with?
That's Cross, no? No, it might just be fucking Golden Boy and Matchroom.
Who's that?
Haney and
That's Golden Boy and Matchroom.
Yeah, Golden Boy and Matchroom. But they're under like the DAZN fucking umbrella, so yeah.
And Garcia has been complaining lately about having to fight in Brooklyn. He wants to fight in Vegas. But the Canelo fight, which should be happening May 4th, like brings up a clause. And I remember as a comic, you'd have this clause. If you got booked at a club, you couldn't perform within 30 miles of that club within 90 days. Because then people will say, I'm not going to see him at that club. I'm going to see him at this club, so forth, so on. And Vegas fights pretty much have the same clause. Like you can't have a big name fight out here.
Back-to-back weekends.
Or not back-to-back, but in this
because that's what it would be.
Right.
It would be April 30th and May 4th.
And they would be stealing money from one another. So that's why Barclays is
That makes sense.
That's why Barclays is hosting Haney.
That makes sense, but I also see the viewpoint of Garcia because it makes more sense for the both of them to fight in Vegas than New York. There's really like New York. Yes, people will fly over there, but I think for the both of them, it just makes more sense for them to fight in Vegas.
You have all the fans already in one
financially
place.
wise, yeah.
And there's a very good chance people are gonna buy 2 tickets. It's like, hey, I'm in Vegas and this all weekend because I'm gonna see this fight and I'm gonna see this fight.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's unprecedented to have such big names fighting back-to-back weekends like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think Haney doesn't give a fuck where he fights. He went all the way to Australia.
Garcia's complaining.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But
Haney has been just saying, you're just running your mouth to try and get out of this fight.
He has been saying a lot of weird shit. He was saying he wants to fight Sean O'Malley in the 135 champion in the UFC. And, that's all fine and dandy. And yes, Ryan Garcia.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. And yes, he is bringing more attention to himself and perhaps more eyes to the fight. However, I do think also it's important to just focus on what's the task at hand, which is Devin Haney, which is not an easy fight. And is not far. April 30th sounds like, we got some time. No.
It's April 20th.
To get to work. I believe it's the 30th. Is it? Oh, you're right. It's the 20th.
That's my birthday.
Yeah. 4/20 is your birthday? Smoke one.
Yep, I know. I used to all the time.
Before his birthday, after his birthday, fucking.
His birthday's Jesus'
Everybody's
birthday.
birthday.
I'll be celebrating my birthday year.
But,
so,
yeah.
Why do you think Ryan doesn't want to fight in New York? It's like the mecca of boxing. That's where it went down. If you like, what is his excuse?
Fighting in Madison Square Garden used to be the shit.
I think he thinks that he's just gonna make more money in Vegas than New York. That's what I think.
And I hear the question he's asking.
Yeah,
it's like, why isn't he happy to be fighting?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see.
I feel like when you were a kid and you were boxing, you wanted to fight everywhere.
Yeah,
you wanted to be like, I fought here, I fought there, I fought here, I fought there. And Madison Square Garden is like the beginning,
It's like if I'm a baseball player, no matter what team I'm on, I can't wait till we get to Fenway.
Yeah.
Because of baseball's stupid rules, National League teams are going to play American League teams. Not everybody has a chance to play at Fenway without having to go to the World Series. Stupid.
It shouldn't. You know what? I agree. It shouldn't even matter. Like, you should just be focused on the task at hand, and the people are gonna come watch. That's a good fight.
Where's the pride? Where is the professional pride in boxing? When are these kids gonna just be proud to be boxers and demonstrating their craft at one of the highest levels?
Man, I think that, and I don't think that's just a boxing question. I think that's just society.
That's
in
athletes.
General.
Yeah.
Society in general. A lot of shit has changed in the world. So obviously everything, it's a ripple effect. Everything's gonna get affected. There's been a lot of change in the world. Now, I was thinking earlier, I was at the gym and I was getting my workout in. And back in the day, man, like, for example, Arnold Schwarzenegger had to hustle. He had to hustle like as a bodybuilder. Like, what bodybuilder would fucking get famous? Right? Like, he had to go to the Olympia and win the Olympia multiple fucking times back to back. And then he became a movie star. And then he got the fame. And then he got the attention and all that shit. Now, motherfuckers, it's the other way around. Like, there's a lot of fitness influencers who are bodybuilders, right? But they get money from putting their shit on social media, the sponsorships. So now they get famous and they don't even care to compete in the Olympia, which is a highly prestigious, like, bodybuilding fucking competition,
And just not so it's glazed over. Like, when you talk about manifestation and just setting your mind to something and accomplish something, Arnold Schwarzenegger
is the epitome
of saying and like stuff nobody's ever done before. Like, he had to make up shit to want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm not. He didn't say I want to do that too. He said I want to do this right here. So and now it is. I mean,
I think it's affected. So and yes, it affects athletes and it affects sports and everything because of the same reason. Because, like, well, fuck, I'm already getting this attention. Like Ryan and Tank, them motherfuckers. Like, well, Tank has had championships, but Ryan hasn't had championships, man. Yeah. But look at him. But he's making a shit ton of money.
And I was thinking, like, the NBA All-Star game affected me a lot. I was just like, this is bullshit. And my brain was like, they're making too much money. Like, you got to take away all this money, or you got to take away the access to a lot of money so quickly. And then I was just like, that's not even a possible solution.
Yeah.
Because it's like, can we make these dudes broke from the top down? Like, can we, right? Can we
distribute a little bit more evenly?
Start with their owners, not distribute, just stop. Like, I mean, one beef I have with the NBA is how expensive it is to go to the game. Yeah. Like, there were players who couldn't afford to give their folks suites to the Super Bowl. Think about that. Like, Mom, I want you to come to the Super Bowl, but you
can't afford it.
You have to sit up real high with the opposing team because that's the only seat I can afford.
That's
4
crazy.
figures. Just
they just trying to make money. They're trying to make money. Obviously, they get more money from somebody who's gonna pay that money to get those tickets and to give them away to family members.
And I think that is just goes back to what Coach was saying. Why people can't fight no more. Corporates. It's like now. It's like the NIL deals and the college ball. Like, that is kind of spoiling these kids, and I'm for it. I am not for these kids playing broke.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not for the rules that.
But it does kind of take away the hunger.
It takes away the hunger.
Yeah,
it's
the competitive drive.
That's the thing. It's like, I think that's the thing that sports is missing right now, is the competitive drive and the hunger. Because once you're great at your skill, are you also hungry enough to want to stay there?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you protecting? Are you trying to protect the bag with public image?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. That's the thing. That's the thing I see too that I don't like. That's why I love Kyrie Irving, my man. Kyrie, what's up? Come back to Boston. No, don't do that. You're happy in Dallas, and that's.
I was about to say he still plays.
Oh no. He went to Brooklyn, and then I think from Brooklyn he went to Dallas.
I found out is he really Julius Irving's grandson or something? That's what I heard. I don't know. I'll make sure. Google that shit.
I will after I'm done talking.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I interrupted. He told me to talk.
Now.
He told me to ask questions because I'm always quiet.
But my point is,
find out right now.
He's one of the athletes who's, you could just tell, likes playing the sport. He likes playing the sport.
He does.
You know?
That's how I know who he is.
You know, that's rare. You know, when you say that just loves playing the sport, I think of players like Ronaldinho. You know,
that sounds soccer.
It is. Ronaldinho, who used to play the sport because he loved playing, and you could tell you just give him the ball, man. He just magic all over the fucking field. You know, all over the
baseball
pitch.
Used to have a lot of that, but I don't think it has a lot of that anymore.
No, they're not related. It's bullshit.
Nah, I think Derek Jeter. I would say Derek Jeter, man, but that fool really loved playing the game. He really did.
I'm talking, and now he was like the last class. Like now, it's like a bunch of guys who've been playing it since and have learned it. But is that love there? Is that happiness there?
What do you think? You're a baseball guy, and I've been watching this offseason. I see these players preseason. I call it offseason because they're not playing, dog. But anyways, fucking dick. And all these players, like, they jump from team to team. Like Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Nationals, Padres, Yankees now.
What? He left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that as a player? Like, there's no more pride in the team now, right? Self-pride now, right? It's all about
free agency.
Yeah, and that's the problem because we're talking about a team sport. There has to be
pride.
There's a word called cohesion, right? Yeah. Like, they all have to be together and create relationships, right? From top to bottom, bottom to top. The relationship has to be solid. You know what I mean? So much so that you want to have your fucking teammates back. You know, like, you cannot be selfish in that. Yes, like there's players like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, but they were selfish in the sense that they wanted everybody to be fucking good so that they can win a championship.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
My wife, I always talked about there's no more Kirby Pucketts, no more Tony Gwynns. No, guys like that, and I know you know some Red Sox too, like that. Big Daddy and
Big Papi,
same shit. Me and my wife were arguing one time about Adrian Gonzalez when he was with the Padres. He was getting his free agency, and he was going to go. He wanted like an outrageous amount of money.
Then Dodgerville.
No, he ended up with the Red Sox first. No,
yeah.
He ended up with the Red Sox first, and when she left, I stopped being an Adrian Gonzalez fan because at the time we knew them. We knew him and his brother Edgar and his big brother David. We had done some fights with him.
They're from Chula, right?
Yeah. So when he left, I was like, "Fuck that dude, man! Fuck the Gonzalez's, all of them." Even though it was only him that left, And she's like, "Why are you mad for? He's just chasing the money." And then I tell her the other day, nobody even knows who he is anymore, but everybody still knows who Tony Gwynn is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, baseball kids from now don't know who Adrian Gonzalez is.
True.
No.
But they all know who Tony Gwynn is.
And that's
that legacy shit that we're talking about.
And that's what sports is running out of.
Yeah.
It's running out of legacy. Yeah.
Like Derek Jeter is always Magic Derek Jeter in a different jersey.
And I hate the Yankees.
I hate them too.
They're a bunch of piece of shit.
Fuck those guys.
I saw a guy in a Yankee hat the other day.
I feel like punching him.
Oh, and I you just like see somebody, you just say, "Hey, what's up, man?" Because you just did. But then I noticed his Yankee hat. I want to take my greeting back. I hate the Yankees.
At the gym, I make guys take off their LA Dodger hats and Yankee hats when they walk in.
What about Lakers?
I don't mind.
Oh, Lakers suck too.
I don't mind because it's Southern California. LA is Southern California, but they're rivals.
Nah,
I don't hate them because they're good. I don't hate them because they're bad. I just hate them because they're fucking good and they got money.
Remember the baseball team? I'm gonna start when I win.
Yeah. I'm gonna join your league, dog.
Okay, this is how I solve that problem. This problem that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
If you are not from Texas,
can I bring my giraffe?
Yes.
Okay.
If you, I'll give you a team so that giraffe can be the mascot.
I know the giraffes. Yeah.
Okay. If you're not from Texas, you can't play on a Texas team.
Oh, I like that. Dog.
California
would be good then.
It's gonna be like you gotta.
Imagine North Dakota's baseball team. Imagine like the Dakota's baseball team.
But that's how I'm doing it. So, because it's like I didn't want to be racist, but I'm like, there's not gonna be a Dominican on every freaking baseball team
or Japanese.
But we're going to give them league teams. So there'll be a team in the Dominican. There'll be a team in Japan.
Can you imagine them fools?
There'll be a team in Mexico.
Nah, but they don't win nothing when they play. They're like, no, they don't win nothing. They never win. Yeah, they don't know how to play together. It's too much ego. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
it's like who won? Japan won, right? Mexico beat the Dominican Republic.
Not just not just did Japan win, but do you remember the finals out?
No,
we'll talk about this. Then we're out of here because we had some fun and y'all listen to us. Ichiro Suzuki, no Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah,
the other one,
the $1 Million Man.
Shohei Ohtani, freaking on the mound against Mike Trout.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
All Mike Trout has to do is get a hit and wins. Shohei struck him out. It was like the biggest freaking thing in that whole thing. It was crazy. I still think about that. I'm like, dag. Like Mike Trout is a great baseball player. He's gonna be known for a lot, but that's all I remember.
I really quick before we go. I know we gotta go. I met this man from the Cubs one time. All right, I met him, and he said if baseball really took talent, there'd be no American guys on the teams. But they can't accept. They gotta keep some local kids on the teams.
Yep, that's why there's always crazy. Like Brzezinski or Konerko on the White Sox all the time. It's because that's demographic relative. So you guys just heard a lot about a lot of stuff that's not boxing.
Yeah,
we talked about boxing. We squeezed some boxing in.
We squeezed it,
but you also watched us enjoy. We enjoyed each other. We enjoyed you. So
we found out he liked dick almost. he might have to edit that, but I don't care. He was thinking about.
I don't regret sharing. I don't regret sharing. It's the true.
Sharing is caring.
It's the true self of who I am. Why I said some stupid shit like that on my podcast.
That's cool because a lot of people probably have thought about it, but they never fucking.
They won't never bring it up.
Some people experimented.
Yeah.
Rather think about it than experiment with it.
That's right.
Hey,
Bruce, like us.
Fun. Like, share, tell us about it. Bye.
This has been a Point and Yell production. Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.